Snare be that.
Oui. Thursday better than when I'm on his borders.
You ain't a mean God will. That is wie je chummed hair. Dreckness. Has it done.
I mean,
I'm doing what you want, but
I mean,
well, you're both right. He is doing what Ivar wants, but he's saying, I'm doing what you want, but maybe because the Lord said so, you know? Just trying to stick it up to him a little bit.
I have a feeling that Bjorn is playing a game.
What kind of game?
Well, what if he's keeping a lot of his army in reserve? What if his real plan is to outflank us and drive on and try to destroy our boats?
What should we do?
I'll pull back a third of our army to protect our ships. I think we should send Pitzer with some men into the woods over there and try to outflank them, dividing Bjorn's forces.
He's probably got a plan of his own, so...
If you take Astrid back with you.
I am fighting.
Not today.
He really does care about his wife, that's the worst part. He does. Which is why I feel bad for him. He is taking... He's putting himself out of the war and he's taking his brother away. Maybe he's got a plan against Harold, you know? I'm surprised he didn't show up with a plan of his own, so maybe he's gonna surprise us. We'll see.
Ivar always had a plan.
I know, which is why I'm surprised he doesn't have anything here. He did leave the bishop here, so I don't know.
In the name of Odin! In the name of my father! Attack!
Oh my god.
The more we go into this show, the more the battles make me suffer inside. Ugh.
What are you doing?
I have to listen. I have to know whether I'm right or wrong.
They did say they were good in with the trees. They're so well hidden. I don't know where to stand because I'm too conflicted to choose a side.
We care
about all of them.
About both sides.
It's like when they attacked Wolf last season, you know?
Yeah.
They're being picked off one by one.
We need to leave ASAP.
Well, they don't know where they are. They're everywhere. Fucking hell. Oh, shit. Shit. He's like... He's the only one left. Run!
Oh my god.
I don't know how they could see what was happening.
Is such a mess.
I know. Like, can you imagine fighting in those days? How do they know what's happening around them, you know? He expected everything to go this way.
Oh my gosh, what can you do against that?
Like, Ivar left because they thought they were gonna attack the boats, but they weren't. They expected them to go back to protect the boats, so all their forces are here now. So if Ivar comes back, they might have a chance. But right now, they're outnumbered. Bjorn is a beast.
He's not even a sword and an axe.
Look
Just
what bare
fist.
fists.
I think we should go.
And I think we should wait. Good things happen to people who wait.
What are you waiting for? He's just standing there. Lagertha still pierced.
Always.
Ah!
They need us.
It's too late.
No, we have
It's too late.
They outwitted him.
I'd like to see you, the bishop against Lagertha though.
That's true.
She's a really good
But the
warrior.
bishop against everyone.
Yeah, and that.
But no one dies, just fighting.
Yeah.
I swear Bjorn is like getting people with his brain. You go! You go! Who's he gonna fight now? No, why did I know? Well, I think he was just hit in the head, but not dead, like just unconscious. Like he might change camp, go from one prisoner, one jailer to the other.
Oh man, so they lost this one.
Yep. And no one died. No one that we know of. They outwitted Ivar. But it looks like Ivar came there with no plan at all. I'm surprised.
Maybe it's like when he was playing against the bishop. He lost this one, but you're gonna learn from your mistake and make up a better plan.
Where's Heckman? Your Christian's dead. Come.
They all think he's dead all the time. He's never dead. He's just... He survives everything.
Not his precious bishop.
He's mad! They killed my plaything!
They kill his toy, yeah? And his sort of friend.
Survive everything.
Go. Save him.
Why?
I don't know why.
There's a reason he
Maybe the
survived.
gods know why. Save him.
I mean, Ivar has a thing for him. So...
As a thing for him.
Well, I mean, he kept him alive for a reason. That's all they know.
Yeah. He's a great warrior.
I swear to God. That's been a storyline for the entire season so far. I'm glad no one we know died.
did not expect Ivar to lose this fight.
I'm so surprised he came here with no plan at all.
Well,
It's like he expected to just face them head on and nothing else was gonna happen. I'm really surprised. Cause I mean, last episode they made a point. You know, Bjorn and Ubbe were like, "Oh man, this is how Ivar usually reacts. This is how he plans stuff during a battle. We really should think to outwit him and stuff." And in the end, it looks like everything they did just came true, and they had nothing to worry about because he did nothing. Which makes me think either he was really surprised, like you said, when he played against the bishop. He lost the first time, then he learned from his mistakes, and he came back stronger.
yeah.
So either this is what's gonna happen, he genuinely lost, and he's just gonna come back stronger, or he's playing a longer game. Because we're talking about Ivar here. He wants to fight. He wants to be on the battlefield. For him to choose to just go towards, you know, the boats, and halfway there he stops and he's like, I have to make sure I'm right, you know, I have to make sure I make the right decision, and he just stands there and wait. That was weird.
It was weird, yeah.
In the eyes, but still he was with people that were fighting for Harold. So in the eyes, if he has a plan for the long game, he has to pretend that it was just a genuine mistake. He can't just be like, nah, let's not help them, you know? So, considering what we've seen of them so far...
Do you think that maybe he wanted to listen and see if Howard was killed in the fight, maybe? Or?
Well, I thought this could have happened, you know? He could have left with his men and wait and see if Harold was going to die. There's also the fact that his guys didn't die, but Harold's guys died, and in the end, he wants to overcome Harold too. True. You know, he wants to defeat Lagertha, but after that, he also wants to defeat Harold. If Harold has a bigger army than he does, he can't win. Yeah. So maybe the plan, because I can't. I think I'd be disappointed if there was nothing else to this. Sadly,
he always does have a plan.
I know.
I'm pretty sure of it. So maybe you're right. Maybe he wanted to reduce Harold's forces. But if he wants to fight against Lagertha, Bjorn, all of the earls, that's a dumb idea to reduce his Harold's forces.
Yeah, but Harold's forces would not follow him in the end. So maybe he's got a plan to attack them later on. We'll see. Yeah, I was just really surprised by what he did this episode, which was nothing. Except the part about the bargaining, which was funny. Sad, but funny. I'll see what he does next. Like, I don't know.
Speaking about the bargaining, though, I want to side with Ivar with what he said, though, that I'm finding surprising that Ubbe forgave kinda Lagertha for killing his mom.
I don't think he forgave her. I think he has no choice but to help her now. And like I said earlier about Ivar maybe having a longer plan in place, wait for an opportunity.
Sure, I don't think he does have a longer plan in the making.
Yeah, he's not stupid.
I didn't say he was stupid.
Like Margaret
is not someone to make longer plan.
Margaret has been saying to him that Lagertha's been weak and that they need to, you know, wait for her to die and then take her place and stuff. So, and he's been listening. Like, it's not like he's doing anything, but he's been listening. So, I don't think he forgave her, and he still intends to maybe have his revenge or something. It's just that it's not at the front of his mind right now. At the end of the day, I think that Ubbe is more a guy that if he's being offered a chance at a normal life, a happy life with his family, he's gonna take it. And right now, siding with Lagertha is what's gonna give him that. Because Ivar doesn't wanna. I mean, he freaked out over Ubbe here because he was siding with Lagertha, but he's also siding with Bjorn. Bjorn is also his brother, and Bjorn did nothing against him, whereas Ivar openly disagreed and rejected him, and Witzek chose to side with Ivar, you know? So, I think deep down the brothers want to forgive one another, it's just that circumstances push them all the time to side with the enemy, and
do you think that maybe if Ubbe shows that he's not with Lagertha but against her, maybe Ivar's gonna forgive him?
Oh, I think he feels betrayed.
That's the ultimate betrayal, siding with your mother's killer.
Yeah, I think he feels betrayed by Ubbe. He feels sad that he left him. He feels sad that he chose to go against him. And I think it was genuine emotion when he said, like, I don't want to fight against my brothers and stuff like that, because it hurts him inside. I do agree. I do believe him when he says he still hasn't forgiven himself for what happened with Sigurd. So I think that was genuine. But he feels more betrayed by the fact that he left and sided with Lagertha. And his anger basically gives him reason to fight them. He's like, it's basically like he's saying, you pushed my hand, like you forced me to fight you. You made this happen. So it's not about, do I choose to fight him or not? It's, you're not giving me any choice. You are siding with the enemy, so I have to fight you. I think if he was given a reason to, forgive Ubbe and just welcome him on his side, he would do it, as long as Ubbe doesn't want to be king. But he doesn't really have a choice. He is with his mom's killer, and we know that he's never gonna let that go. Which is why, like, the entire point of talking to each other. I'm like, I was wondering if there was actually going to be a talk, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that the other side doesn't want to give a shit about peace, you know?
No, not really, no.
Like, Harold's goal of being at peace with Lagertha and Kattegat doesn't give Harold anything that he wants. And Ivar doesn't have anything he wants either if Lagertha still lives.
Yeah, that's right.
And Bjorn is never gonna let that happen. So if you kill Lagertha, you're gonna get Bjorn as an enemy. So forget about that alliance. Basically, Lagertha killing Lagertha killing Aslog really tore apart this family, unfortunately. I think Aslog knew what was going to happen. You know, that smile she gave us.
She knew.
So, and this is exactly what she foresaw. Like, this was going to destroy the family, unfortunately. But it looks like right now, Ivar and Fitzek are the ones that are going to come out on top. Bjorn wants to defend his house, but he doesn't really care about Kattegat. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like, they could lose Kattegat and just have them flee and find other places to discover. Like, Bjorn's life would still be a good life for him. Lagertha, though, I don't really see. Unless she goes away and tries to hide, I don't see a future for her. Because I'm pretty sure that Ivar doesn't lose this fight, you know? He doesn't lose here, because otherwise, why did we hear about him so much? Why is his name so famous? Oh gosh, it's hard to see this.
I want to speak a little bit about King Harold and his brother Halfdan. Is his name Halfdan?
The brother.
Do you think that it is more important to side with the one who saved your life, or to side with your family?
When I was saying that the two older brothers were saying the same thing to their younger siblings, and the younger siblings were saying basically the same speech, but it was about more than just siding with who you think is the right person. I really meant it, because both, Harold and Ubbe were saying stuff like, I don't want to have to kill you. My automatic response was, who's saying that you would beat me, you know?
Yeah.
Why do you assume that you're stronger automatically?
Because he's the older brother, he got more experience.
I feel like both Harold's brother and Fitzek have been through the same thing. They are always looked at as, oh, you're the kid brother of this guy. They are assumed to be weaker. They are assumed to have no ambition compared to the older brother. They are always, you know, seen as less than the older brother, and they really want to break from that role and find their own path. And I feel like Bjorn is one of the first that saw Harold's brother as an actual warrior that was worth fighting with and worth defending. And so there's that, and he did save his life. And I think he's tired of always being the one behind his brother. He doesn't want his brother to rule his life by simply existing. It's Rollo all over again. And which is weird, because Rollo was the older brother, but still, it's Rollo all over again anyway. And Fitzek, we already know that he's been, you know, that's the reason why you kind of went with Ivar. We know he wants to fight, and we know he's got that Viking urge to just kill people. But, not kill people, but he wants to fight, he wants to be in the action. But he did say to Ivar that he was tired of being Ubbe's dog. So, I think that both brothers want to branch out from what they've been forced to be as the younger sibling before. So, I don't know. It's really sad to see that it happened, though, especially with Harold and his brother, because they were really close ever since they first were introduced on this show.
Yeah. Laughing together.
Yeah.
Joking together. Ripping women together. Yeah, that kind of stuff, yeah. Oh, man. Lastly, Edelwolf, Alfred, and what's the other?
There's a clone's
name.
Aethel something, or it ends with Wolf. It sounds like Aethelwolf, but it's not Aethelwolf. The kid.
Yeah, the kid. I do believe though that if Alfred tried to speak with Aethelwolf about his plan of building a huge fleet, He will listen.
It's a good idea. I just fear that there's tension and there's second agendas being created in the family, and the goals of one are not the same as the goals of the other, and they're starting to plan against one another. Even though right now it's like it's innocent, we both know where history has led these families before, you know, where what happened. I know. Yeah. It's the same story all over again. There's one that wants to be king, the other wants to be king, and hey, we don't really know like who has the right to be king, and who's the son of who, and who's legitimate and who's not legitimate, and who's gonna kill who first.
Yeah.
So I'd like to believe that Alfred is too nice to do something like that, but he's been saying that he wants to branch out from the path of his dad. He wants to, you know, follow his own road, follow his own moral, and he's been showing some strength of character before.
He wants
the last episode,
to
especially
create a new era where people are gonna be not modernized, but building new way of doing stuff. And just like we saw with the monks on the island, writing stuff in Latin, not in English.
And it's true that Aethelwulf is kind of a traditionalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a faithful man. But I'm pretty sure that...
Well, I saw conflict as soon as one said, oh, you could be a great king, and the other said the exact same thing right after, you know?
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Okay, I'm ready
so much conflict!
I know. I'm ready to see the next episode. I want to see the fallout of that battle. I want to see what happens to the bishop.
Alright.
Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it's on Patreon already. Check it out. The link is in the description.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, or if not, for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be soon. So we're gonna see you then, guys.
Bye!
Bye-bye.